Hello, my friends. I wanted to introduce you to my little friend here. Oh, isn't she adorable? This is the little sheep we got at Blue Hills at Stone Barns a couple weeks ago for our anniversary dinner. I had to bring her home. She doesn't have a name yet, but we'll work on that. So I thought, in addition to this, I would show you how things are going. So I've got, let's see, actually. I have gotten further from the split. What's that? That's like almost maybe 2 inches. So that's exciting. But what I wanted to talk about very briefly today, because it's Friday and I'm tired, is the fact that when I did the split, in most top-down instructions that I have found, you basically like cast on stitches over the gap for the underarm, however many you need to do. And I realized that I wasn't going to be terribly happy with that because one of the things I love about seamless sweaters is the seamlessness of them and the fact that your underarms are just as seamless as everything else. And being a sensitive creature, I prefer the smooth, seamless underarm. So what I realized I could do is cast on those stitches provisionally. Oh, I know. It may not seem like something you think you can do. You're like, it's in the middle of something. How can you do a provisional cast on? Well, what I did is that I held the working yarn and a piece of provisional yarn, and I held the tail of the provisional yarn tight as I cast on these stitches provisionally, and that meant that I was doing the slingshot cast on essentially. And it's a little awkward at first, but it totally works. And if you do it correctly for provisional cast on, you end up with the waste yarn underneath the stitches and your working yarn making the stitches over the needle. So then when it's time to do the sleeve, I can go back and I will pick up the stitches all the way around the sleeve, including the underarm. And so I won't have to pick up stitches or anything out of that cast on edge of the underarm. I will just slip the stitches onto the needle and pull the waste yarn out and be ready to go to do my sleeves top down. So I like to do a 2-tail long tail cast on, which means I'm doing a slingshot style cast on with the working yarn held to the back or at the top, and the provisional yarn held to the front or the bottom. If you don't like doing a provisional cast on like that, you can do the you can do a crochet and you can knit into the bumps for your provisional, and then you unzip that. I can barely make a chain, so I just have avoided the crochet cast on personally, and just stuck with my 2-tail long tail cast on using waste yarn for one of the tails. So so that's what I did, and then I knit around and around and around, and I'm working on the body here. We're looking sideways because this is sort of hanging over Jane. But you can see that's I've gotten further down, like I said, about a couple inches, and I am ready to, that is, the reason I stopped here is that was the end of the first skein of the main color of yarn. So I have to wind up another skein, and this will be the one, I have 2 more skeins of this yarn. So I'll be really curious to see how far this yarn will take me. And in fact, I'm going to put in a stitch marker to mark where I started the new skein so that I can see, because this is very woolly yarn. I will be able to do a spit splice. It's almost like you barely look at the yarn wrong, and it will felt. So it's perfect for spit splicing. So it'll make it even more seamless, which I love. And so like I said, I'm going to see how far this skein gets me, and hopefully it will get me close to where I think I want to start the ribbing. But that will give me a lot of information I'll be able to do, just because it'll just be a tube of this yarn on the one needle, no change in stitches or anything. I will be able to know exactly how many stitches basically I can get out of a skein, and then I'll be able to calculate how long my sleeves can be. and how long the body can be. Like, how much further can I go? I have 2 more skeins. I certainly can get another skein, and I think since this is pretty much dyed in the wool, I wouldn't have a problem using an additional skein, even if it wasn't from the same dye lot, but I bet I could find the same dye lot. So anyway, I have a lot of simple, plain, boring stockinette in the round ahead of me for the weekend, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. So, so yeah, that is the story from here. I hope you like my little friend, my little you. She needs a name. I don't know what it's going to be, but it is female sheep. And here, we're going to come back over so you can see her some more because she's so cute. Can you see her eye? The little dot is actually a little bead, like a pearl bead. So there she is from the front. There she is from the other side. She's just super cute and fluffy. So that is it from me today, and my little friend, and she is made out of wool, of course. And so tomorrow I probably will not have much exciting to share, because I know I won't be able to knit this whole skein. It's like 275 yards, right? 248 meters. 270 yards in a 50-gram skein. So yeah, I can knit a lot, but not that much. So tomorrow, I don't know. And the samples for I Knit Paris are in Chicago, or on they're supposed to be. So so yeah, anyway, that so I can't show you those. So we'll have to figure out what else to talk about. As a reminder, you can leave comments on this post on YouTube, or comment over on Instagram and ask me any questions or share your thoughts with me. So thanks for stopping by. Take care. Bye.